All right, so how's camp going for you guys so far?
It's going good. Still healthy, which is a good thing, and I think our kids are grinding to get better.
On the offensive line, what have you seen so far? What do they need to do to kind of get that chemistry that everybody keeps talking about?
Well, just a commitment to grinding every day. The meat room is important. Clonakis is really good at getting them to gel and mix, but just understanding the calls, understanding each other's movement, combination blocks when you're working together. This constant grind of training camp.
Charles Stanberry is somebody that you're moving from tight end to wide receiver. He's kind of an H-back guy.
Yeah.
What are you seeing from him, and what's his role?
First, he's one of the toughest guys we got. And then, he's bigger than most defensive backs that he's going to deal with. And he's more talented and more explosive than most inside linebackers that he's competing with. So he's definitely a weapon that you can use in multiple spots to try to create matchups for.
Coach, how would you assess the quarterbacks and Kyle Bolin in particular?
Yeah, well, I've been really impressed with their concentration the first couple of days. They're definitely bigger, stronger. They have a better understanding of what we're doing on offense. You can tell that, there was a lot of work that went in the summertime. They can see more things. Their eyes are open. A little more patient, with their drops and with the shoulders and depth and width of linebackers and safeties. So there's definitely been growth and development in all of them.
How's Reggie different now than he was before?
Well, he's bigger, faster, stronger, and he has a better understanding of our system and of our offense and of defensive structure, that he can see things now. Whereas last year, I really think he was just running around and trying to make plays, where now there's more of an understanding of our concepts and understanding of how defensive structure fits. It's not, the execution is definitely not where we're going to need to win, but I can tell that he's grown in understanding of defensive structure.
Bobby talked a little bit about how he's better when he sees live action, just like that intangible.
Yeah, well, that's the whole, with these guys that can run, it's hard to tell if the defensive line really would have sacked him or not, if you cover everybody, he can slip out and run for 40 yards, where you don't really get that at practice because you're in skeleton. He drops back, one hitch, throw the ball, so his element of running the ball it's really hard to judge unless you get out there and let him go.
When does it slow down for a quarterback? Does they make a big jump from freshman to sophomore year?
Well, I think you make a huge jump between your freshman and sophomore year because you have a full off season, and you go through the game plans, you go through the practice sessions as a freshman, and then when you come back in spring ball, then you come back in the off season, all the things that you're installing you remember throughout the season, and so that's when hopefully it starts to slow down. That's when it should start to slow down.
Lamar, you guys have been outspoken though about you were talking about how he could really sling it. Coach after the first practice was impressed with his physical abilities. Where does he rank kind of in the pecking order then at this point?
Well, there's no rank. We're just fortunate to got a bunch of really good guys, but Lamar is a very talented quarterback. We're going to be really happy. Our fans are going to be really happy that we got him in the program. He's a very talented. He can run, he can throw. Our fans are going to be really happy with him.
You guys light up when you talk about him. Are there things he can do that maybe some other guys or maybe not can't do, but maybe not as well?
Lamar is as explosive as anybody, not just on our team. Lamar is one of the most explosive athletes out there.
A guy you need to get on the field, whether it's a quarterback or when is that discussion happen?
It'll happen. Right now, it's all learning the system. The way you learn the system is your quarterback, you're forced to learn what all 11 of our guys are doing. You're forced to learn defensive structure. You're just forced to learn it all. And he's a quarterback, so he's not no other position. He's a quarterback.
How overwhelming is that for a young kid? You've probably been through that too. When they just get hit with all that at the
he's a different type of kid. He's okay with it, and we do a good job of making sure he's only running certain stuff. Just kind of spoon feed him the offense. Don't throw the whole thing at him. But he's not overwhelmed at all. Well, Brandon has a lot of respect from our team because they voted him captain. It's not just because of his performance on the field. I think it's his performance in the weight room, in the off season, how he works. He's one of the reason he got out there last year. He outworked everybody, and I think that's the respect that he has for our players.
How has Lamar picked it up mentally? You talk about the physical abilities that he's freshman learning, but how is his learning process going?
Yeah, it's going well, and we're not throwing everything at him. That he has to learn, but what we're teaching, he's a willing learner, he's a fast learner. And now it's just going to be about the reps, the repetition, getting it done over and over so that not only do you see what's happening, you understand what's happening, but then your technique fits and you make and execute the play. So he's fine. We just got to keep developing, keep growing. But he's a really good player.
You talked about a little bit today, but you've seem to be impressed, and I think all the staff's been impressed that Will is had no problem in coming back from a third serious injury.
Yeah, I'm impressed with it, but like I said the other day, I never saw when Will got injured, in Boston College, I never saw a look in his eye that he would not be back. Or, the next day or so when we found out what the injury really was, he never was down or he never showed a sign of weakness in his eye. So that's when I said he'll probably be back because he never showed a sign of, this is a bad news or this is it. It was that I'll be fine, I'll be back.
When picking is he back?
Yeah. The reason I think he's better than he was is because he has a way better understanding of what we're doing. We've installed this offense a lot with him. With the installation in the summertime, we do it twice. We do it in spring ball twice. We've done it in multiple training camps with Will now. He understands what we're doing. So mentally, he's way more advanced than he's ever been.
How about Kyle?
Garrick, are you surprised?
Where's he at, Rick?
Kyle's bigger, he's stronger, his arm's stronger. He's another one that's very confident, because of his opportunity to play for us last year, and not only to get out there in that last game of the regular season, but to prepare for that bowl game and go in as a starter. I think that gives him confidence. So he's doing a good job.
He didn't do as well in the bowl game, right, as he did in the last regular season game.
Well, I think he played about the same, but we won the last regular season game, so he did better that game.
Garrick, are you surprised a little bit in Will's performance over the? You're not surprised that he's back, but just how well he's played. Bobby seemed like he was a bit taken back just how well he's looked, throwing the ball, no rust, nothing like that.
Well, the head coach is looking at everything and all 22 players out there. I spend my time looking at the offense and the quarterback, so I spend a lot more time with Will in the meeting room in the offseason. So, I'm not really. I would be disappointed if he was not playing well right now. So I'm not surprised that he's moving and dropping and understanding coverages and delivering the ball. I'm not surprised because I'm the quarterback.
When picking a starter and a number two, is there any consideration into the style of whoever the starter is that you want the number two quarterback to be kind of similar so that you can continue the playbook as you're
No, we try to be multiple enough on offense that, if we were playing Boston College, Will was playing, Will got injured, Richie went in, people would say they're different types of quarterbacks, but we didn't have to change our style because we pride ourselves on our offense being multiple enough that we can fit our offense into any defense we're playing against because we have enough stuff and we concept teach it. So we never think about, we want the backup to be the same style as the starter because we try to be as multiple as we can.
How's the offensive line shaping up?
They're developing. We got some really good young players, but it takes a while for an offensive line to gel together and for us to figure out which spots they should be in, which what fits best for the offense, and once we put on pads, the talent of certain kids, well, his talent or his skill set fits this position, where this kid's skill set fits. And the thing is, we got some big young players like Deron Christian. He's really big, he's very athletic. Well, we got to figure out, is he a tackle or a guard? Because guards get inside and move defensive tackles, whereas tackles pass set and block defensive ends. He has the ability to do both. We just have to figure out what fits best for us and for him.
And the same question about the wide receivers. There's a question.
That's a deep group, though. It's a very deep crew, got good experience. And when I say experience, it may not be experience on our field, but we got some guys. I mean, Staples has played in games against SEC schools. Jaquay's been down there at Texas A&M. He's played before. Quick's been out there on our field. So we were able to bring in some new guys, but some of them have real experience.
Have you seen Jamari grow from when you had him as a freshman at UAB to now?
Yeah, well, he's a lot bigger, faster. He's always been a very good player, but he's just a more mature kid. He's a junior now. Just a mature kid. He's a no doubt weapon for us.
Thanks, Coach.
What are you seeing